as man is, God once was. As God is, man may be. Now, if you're watching this and you're not sure what that expression is, it's one of the central tenets of Mormonism. It's the idea that we men might someday be exalted deities as our Heavenly Father is an exalted deity. Now, if you're a Mormon watching this today, you have probably encountered someone challenging you with this verse in light of that teaching. It's from the King James Version. It's Isaiah 43:10. It says, "Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant who I've chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am He. Before me no God was formed, neither shall there be after me." Now, I don't know. To me, that sounds like what God is saying is that I'm God, I'm the only God, and there aren't going to be any gods after me. Now, I would be interested to know what your interpretation of that verse is. But if you're going to post your interpretation, and I very much want to have some discussion about this, I want to ask you, how do you think the Jews that translated the Hebrew Bible into the Septuagint, into Greek, interpreted that verse? How do you believe that Ignatius of Antioch in 106 AD interpreted that verse? How do you think Justin Martyr in 150 AD interpreted that verse? How do you think Tertullian in 200 AD interpreted that verse? How do you think Athanasius in 325 AD interpreted that verse? How do you think John of Damascus in the 700s interpreted that verse? How do you think Thomas Aquinas in 1240 interpreted that verse? How do you think Martin Luther in 1525 interpreted that verse? How do you think John Wesley in 1750 interpreted that verse? Do you see what I'm saying here? All of these people would have said, there is God and there are no others but Yahweh, and there are not going to be any deities after Yahweh. So I just want you to realize that your church is the first group of people claiming to worship Yahweh who believes it to be that way since, in the 2,500 years that particular saying has existed since Isaiah wrote it. With that in mind, I want you to really think long and hard. You're going to be going before our Heavenly Father someday with Him basically saying, there will be no gods after me. And you've been going around your whole life believing and saying that one day you will be an exalted God yourself. What do you think He's going to say to you guys in light of all that?